Okay, now we will continue the class actually. I will make sure that it's recording. Yes, it's recording. So we'll continue. So what we have done is we have created an object. We have seen in previous video that class means it's a blueprint. Object means it's a real life. Okay, so if you're making a drawing that okay, this has to appear like that. So that is called that drawing in a computer is called a class. But when you're making a printout, it comes into life, right? So that is called an object. Okay, you can make as many changes in the class and you can create that many objects. Okay, so class means blueprint. So best example is remember the tabs in a this thing. Okay, so for example, you can make, for example, this here I have a Notepad plus Eclipse or something, right? Or even a PowerPoint. So I want to create one more PowerPoint, so I can. So this is creating one more, right? So you got the difference. So we have created how many instances? One, two, three. So it's a single PowerPoint, but we have created three instances, right? So three instances mean three objects we have created. So this is called as object oriented programming. So OOPS, they say. OOPS means object oriented programming. Okay. So how it works object oriented programming? So we'll have a class. Class has to be compared with the room. Okay. So inside the room, what we have functions. I am a function and other static things. Static things variables like fan, AC, and all table. All those are variables. So this is how without a room. Just think of a big hall without a room, where you have TV, you have bathroom, everything all together. So how it will look? It won't look good, right? So we have a separate room for praying, separate room for uh, bathing. We have a separate room for sleeping. So a separate room for uh, studying and separate kitchen for this thing. So like this, a class will have has to be compared with a separate room kind of thing. So the whole class is called as a whole flat is called as a package. Okay, the whole building is called as a program. Got it? So for Skype, if you take Skype, there will be many packages which is grouped and it is forming a function called Skype. Okay, so building has to compare with the program and separate houses has to be compared with the package. Under package we have classes. Under classes we have functions and variables. So in this case, what we have done is we have created a object for the calculator. So and then we are calling the function on that. So you can't directly call a add function. Just see you'll be getting an error. Stating what it is stating, just you can see. Cannot make a static reference to a non-static method add from the type calculator. You can't call directly. That's what it's saying. So you have to call through the object. So cal1 dot, right? So what you have to do now? Now I want to print it out. So I will be saving that in a variable. Either you can give it directly like this. You can give directly like this, or the best way to do that is to have it in two different lines so that the clarity will be maintained. Integer OUT, something output or something like is output equal to, we'll call this one. Okay, so we run the program. It's very simple. So you can see under the tab console what it has done. It has used C program files x86 Java JRE Java w.exe, and then it has run this program, and then it got the Eclipse has got the output. So instead of you doing all the work, Eclipse is doing the works for you. So what it has done, it has given the answer output of 300, which is the result of 100 plus this thing. So what it has happened from add, it went to here, it added the two numbers and it has printed. Okay. Now I want to have multiple times I want to call this. Okay. So what is the thing is how to call it multiple times looping for integer. You know that I equal to 0 or any number, anything, any variable you can use. I less than 100, I plus plus. Okay. So then what we are going to do, okay, there is a semicolon is missing. So put a semicolon. So there are one and two semicolons. I integer I equal 0. This is the starting point, and this is the condition which has to be less than this thing, and we are incrementing plus plus plus. Now we are going to put the result. Okay, the same code we can copy inside. Since output is declared out already, we'll do like this. Control V, and then we copy this, and we will print out. We'll print this output here. So if you run it, we'll have a variety of answers. Oh, sorry. Okay. So 300, 300, 300, it came. How many times? 100 times. So I want to give dynamic values here. So I'll give I here and here 100. Okay. So we'll see what is happening. So we can see that because every time first I is 0. So 0 will come plus 100. So that is 100. Then I becomes 1. Then 100, it is added here. It goes here again. This is the advantage of having a function. So you can call it as many as times, or else you have to type the same code 100 times, right? So 102, 103, 104. So you have understood it now. So to add more clarity, we will have a system out of println here. System dot out of println here. Here, what we will do, we'll print what it has been passed to us. Num1 equal to plus 1 and plus. Plus means it's in the same output. Okay, num1 is num1, num2 is num2. Okay, so if you run it, you will get a clarity of what it has been passed through this. So you can see what it is I, what is the I value goes here, because I we are passing from here, right? I is first, so I will go for num1 and 100 will go for num2. So every time num2 is 100, num1 is 99, 9 is varying. Okay, so this is what the program does now. So we have called it in a loop. So what we have seen is this is the object creation, and an object we are calling the function, and that function we are putting in a loop, and then we are calling that function in a loop. So this, I think this must be clear. Now I'm going to add one more variable here just for demoing it. Integer x equal to 1000. So what is that integer x equal to 1000, and what is this integer res? So integer x is called as class variable because since it is directly under class, right? And x is called as, this res is called as local variable because it is only within this add method. So this loop is the life of the res function. Sorry, the res variable. It can't be called outside the loop. I'll show it in next video clearly. So this x is available to all the functions since it is a class variable, but this res is only private to this add since it is declared within this add function. So we will see that in the next video, but currently just understand that this is called a class variable and this is called a local variable. Local variable means it is within the function, whereas class variable is within the class.